What's up, my lovely love bug goodies? Welcome back to your girl kitchen and to our channel. Well, honey, a couple of weeks ago I made this recipe, extra creamy pineapple baked mac and cheese in my kitchen. I had a backyard barbecue and everybody that came to my event fall in love. Yes, them fall in love with this recipe, extra creamy pineapple baked mac and cheese. It was a showstopper. I'll give you guys the recipe. This is off the chain. It was so good. Now, if you are here and you're watching me cooking this baked mac and cheese for your very first time, be sure that you have subscribed. If you have not already subscribed, feel free to do so. Turn on your post notification settings so you'll all be reminded whenever your girl upload a brand new video. Now, are you ready? Are you really ready? Come on, let's start cook the thing now.
You don't remember where you're coming from. You don't remember where you're coming from. You don't remember where you're coming from. Rastafari, why you turn your back on your brother when him need you? You don't remember the days and when him feed you. You know when no obligation but to owe him some respect. All you need to do is just give him what you forget. Turn your back on your brother when...
Okay, goodies, let's jump right into it. Now, your crushed pineapple is the event for this recipe. This is pineapple baked mac and cheese, so you need your pineapple for the recipe. You can't skip that. Now, this is my macaroni of choice. This is a 16-ounce bag. Go with whatever kind of shape that you like. Go ahead and use dried. That is 1 pound of macaroni. Now, this macaroni equals exactly 4 cups, so I did get 4 cups total from that pack. Now, in that pot right there, you want to make sure that your water is nicely hot, boiling before you do anything to it. Now, I added some salt because of course you want to flavor up your macaroni. Now, to this recipe, I am going to season that water, honey. We are going to season that water. So I added my onion powder to it. Yes, boo. This is my thing. And then I added some garlic powder as well. Yes, girl, your girl getting it in. Then I added black pepper for sure because we are going in with flavor, boo. Flavor. Now, I added my all-purpose seasoning as well. And all the amount used for the recipe will be listed down below. This is an eyeball business, right? Eyeball business. But I am going to, put some things down below so you get it right. I added my extra virgin olive oil. Use whatever oil that you have close by, just for separate my macaroni. But you don't want them get cluttered and suck up on all them thing there. So that's all I did right there. Season my water. Okay, you're gonna season up that water. If you want to change a few things, go ahead and change it, but make sure that your water is seasoned. Okay, trick to this thing. Then after you do that, you go ahead and you dunk your 4 cups or less or more, whatever amount you choose, you feel like cooking. But that was 4 cups, so I went ahead and dunked in my 4 cups of macaroni into my seasoned honey water, hot water. Now you want to boil that for at least 7 minutes because you don't want to overcook and have mushy macaroni. All right, now do that. No, do it. Now after it's been cooking for 7 minutes, it's going to look like that. Because remember, you are going to bake this thing, and so you don't want to feel all mushy when you get through with it, right? So I went ahead, strained it off, put it in a container, still hot, right? Then I added 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I didn't want my cheese is going to have salt in it, so I don't want to make it extra salty, so I went ahead and used unsalted butter. Now this, and set it aside, of course. Now this is what I'm going to add to my mix. Okay, eggs, bell peppers, onions, of course I use red, and I added some evaporated milk, 1 can of that. You don't skip it, boo boo. Then I am going to add my heavy whipping cream because we are going to make this baked mac and cheese creamy as can be. So You can't skip that, right? Your 2 eggs, of course. Yep, honey. You are going to need your sour cream, boo. Cream. Can you hear me say creamy, right? Creamy. Sour cream. Make it creamy. So, or 2 eggs, of course. And yeah, we going in, right? And flour. Don't forget the flour. 4 tablespoons of that. Now to my pot, I added in my unsalted butter. Then I added in a tablespoon of garlic. Of course, you want to combine those 2 together before you do nothing else to that, right? Then after it was melted and well combined, don't burn up the thing, no, don't burn your garlic, boo. No, you're gonna have bitter food. So then I went ahead and I added in that 4 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Then I combined that together, and you don't want to, your fire is going to be on medium heat. Good, put your stove on medium heat, right? And you're going to combine all 3 together until it becomes clumped together. It's going to get clumpy. That's okay. Don't panic. You want to make sure you kind of cook that for a few seconds, not minutes, seconds, because you're going to mash up the thing if you make it to cook for 2 or 3 minutes. So we're going to do that for seconds, right? After a couple of seconds, we go in and we add our heavy whipping cream to it. I'm telling you that this recipe is so good, so good. Then I added 1 full can of the evaporated milk, right? So after I did that, we went ahead and start mixing in the thing. You want to mix it in really well until you get 95% of that lump out. It's supposed to look like that creamy, right? Really creamy. But yes, boo, we are going to give it more flavor because this mac and cheese recipe is all about flavor right now. My mac and cheese, flavor, boo. So I went ahead and I added my chopped onions to it, and then I added my red bell pepper, sweet pepper. After I did that, I went in with a little bit more black pepper to it, added some more garlic powder and onion powder, right? Yes, boom, put in the thing. Then I went in again with some all-purpose seasoning. It was smelling good already. All I'm doing here is just combining all these ingredients together. Now, you're just gonna make this cook for about 3 minutes. That's all I'm doing. You don't want to overcook that because remember, you are putting it in the oven, right? So let's talk about the cheese, what we're going to put to it. Now, I'm choosing to use my mozzarella cheese, and of course, you could play with whatever kind of cheese you want to play with. I'm using mild cheddar and sharp cheddar cheese, right? And then I'm going in with my Italian style cheese and my Kobe cheese as well. And I'm not going to shred that up. I'm just going to put it in chunks. And that's the cheese that I'm going to be using for the recipe. Now, if you want to go ahead and, grate your cheese, go ahead and get, girl, I have no time for, listen, this is fast, easy, and simple. I don't have all time. No, we don't have all day for that. No, I'm in and I'm out, goody. Your girl have things for do. So I go ahead and I put all my cheeses into that taste delicious, creamylicious goodness right there. So, and I combine all of that together on medium heat. Now that Kobe cheese is going to melt and marinate all together with all the other cheese that I put into that mixture, boo. So you are just going to mix it in real well until it all comes together and melt nicely. Nicely. Nice and slow, mix it in until it all melts together. And when it melts together, that's when you know your thing ready. You are definitely going to set this aside. Set it aside, goody. After it comes together, you're going to sit it aside, but you're going to move fast because you don't want your cheese to harden, okay? So you're going to move fast after you get done with this particular step. Okay, you see that cheese there so it melt nice? That is what we are looking for. Okay, now into my baking container, I went back in and I poured my seasoned macaroni into my baking tray. Now you could make any kind of size baking tray where you want to use, you go ahead and use that. This is my baking tray of choice. Now after I did that, I went in with my 2 eggs, and you want to beat up the eggs really well before you actually put it into the macaroni. So that's what I'm doing here, and then I just throw it in there. Okay, then after your girl did that, I went in with my sour cream, and honey, I was not playing with this sour cream. Me don't know how much I put in it because I was throwing it in there because I love me some creamy mac and cheese bowl. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna put that in, and then it was time to go in with my cheese, my sharp cheddar, my mild cheddar, my mozzarella cheese. Huh, yes, boo, and my Italian cheese and my Colby cheese. It was all up in that good delicious yumminess right there. And then I mixed it all in, you know, the cheese with the sour cream and all that other stuff, the eggs, just combine everything together, right, like that first. Then I went in and poured all that goodness with that macaroni and all the other stuff and combine it together like that, just like that. Okay, do it this way, good, I tell you. Then this is the trick to my recipe. I went in and I added some more of the cheese on top of that. All right, just like that. And then after I was done putting some of the cheese there, I went in, added the paprika, and then I added the pineapple, right? I added the pineapple. Lord, mama, come get your daughter. No, get me that. No, get your daughter. No, we still have recipe to cook. Now get your daughter yet. No, you see what I'm doing here? I'm just sticking down those chunks, those crushed pineapple down inside of it. We didn't mix it in. We just kind of stuck them down in there and smooth it out. We have to fiddle with the thing, right? Then I went in and add just a tad more bit of the cheese. All of the cheese that I'm gonna use, let's go ahead and add just a tad more bit right there. Huh. Yes, boo. This recipe is no joke. I'm not joking. This is some serious extra cream and pineapple baked mac and cheese thing right there. So then I went ahead and added some more pineapple on top right there, honey. And then your girl went in with the paprika. And it was ready to go in the oven, baked at 350 degrees. Yes, boo. Now, if you're still watching me here, make sure that you have subscribed. Don't forget to turn on your post notification good so you'll always be reminded, right? Whenever your girl upload brand new videos, and there's always good recipes up here. Remember to go and check out your girl Life as Juliana over there. Make her upload all vegan recipes very soon. Starting very soon, it will be all vegan recipes. So all my vegan goodies, go over there and subscribe. Now when you finish with your macaroni in the oven, you bake extra creamy pineapple baked mac and cheese in your oven, honey. That is what you will have. Nice golden brown, juicy popping out of that thing. Pineapple sticking out here and there and boofing. This extra creamy pineapple baked mac and cheese was ready like a Friday. You hear me? I tell you, I never play with this thing. This recipe is one of those recipes where it's gonna leave taste in everybody's mouth 10 years from this. Okay, trust me, this mac and cheese recipe is the bomb, the biggity bomb.com. And me I tell you, me not joke about this thing. Look at that. And that's what I talk about, you know. The thing is massive. When you dig down into the side of the baking container, boo, all that creaminess of goodness are suck up into the side. You see that creaminess of goodness, all suck up into the side of the thing. And when you get it on, listen, this mac and cheese is so delish. The next day, this is the following day after I baked it, and it's cold, of course, in the refrigerator, taken out, and I'm going to show you guys how it looks a day later. The thing still have ton of flavor. Go there. Now I went ahead and I sliced into it because you know it's cold from the fridge, right? When you pull it up from the refrigerator, that is where it look like. Boo, let me tell you something. When you pop it, when you pop it in the microwave, that thing still have juices on that mac and cheese. 1 day later, you see how that's still juicy? That is, see, that's 1 day later. Okay, now boom, you tell me, does anything gets better than this? Me not think so. Now if you are still here, be sure to give a girl a thumbs up. Share my recipe with friends and family. Anybody who want to share the recipe with, share it. Tell me what you like to have me cooking next in my kitchen. And as always, from my kitchen to your kitchen, enjoy! For a good 30 minutes on medium heat. Cover it up nice and make it simmer. And when it's done simmer, a time for we eat. So see you back in a few minutes.
So this is in with your foundation, full coverage, you know, like bam. And last but not least, the last thing I tend to go for in my makeup collection is this palette right here. Let me show you what this baby looks like. It has a whole bunch of concealers. I believe it's $10 for this palette.